Welcome to the ONS podcast with your host, Linnea Jacobson.
Good morning or afternoon. It's the ONS podcast brought to you by our partners at Face to Face Academy. For those who are tuning in for the first time, ONS stands for Office of Neighborhood Safety. I'm your host, Linnea Jacobson, and I'm part of the ONS team. This podcast was created for departments like ours and community organizations to connect you to alternative public safety measures, programs, and your local growth and healing opportunities. ONS audience, to build community, you need 5 things. You need neighbors, you need food resources, you need safety, jobs, and shelter. Today, we are talking about stability and having a roof over your head. I have Rondo Community Land Trust with me here. Rondo CLT is an organization that offers permanent, affordable home ownership, spaces for renters, and commercial building properties for business owners within the Rondo community. With me is Rondo CLT's Executive Director, Mikeya Griffin. Mikeya, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So please take 30 seconds and tell us about yourself.
Thank you so much for having me today. I always like to start this out with just saying that I am a humble and wonderful daughter of the historic Rondo community itself. And I don't know how many people know about the Rondo community, but at one time it was the largest African-American community in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And so I am almost 4th generation there. So I like always starting out with saying that. Over the last 30 years of my career, I've spent a majority of that working in the for-profit and nonprofit sector in development, affordable housing, and a myriad of other different things that I think make me a unique bird to be able to be the leader at this time at Rondo Community Land Trust.
Tell us where you grew up at, within the Rondo community.
I always like to say I was a community baby because I have so many family members that are in.
Girl, me too. Yep.
And so if anyone's familiar with the corner where Tiger Jack's was, we had about 3 family homes there. So my grandmother's house is where I grew up. Mm-hmm. And we would catch the bus on that corner. Mm-hmm. And Tiger Jack would actually make us breakfast in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes we'd be there running around Candy, but I had folks that lived on Marshall, Dayton, Concordia, St. Anthony Avenue, Central Avenue, Fuller, and Aurora.
Yep. So you used to ride your bike, get on your bike and ride all over.
All over. Running around, no shoes.
Yeah.
Getting yelled at.
You could back then, right?
You could.
Now you can't.
No.
Yeah. No. Now you can't. Okay. I got a few icebreaker questions real quick. You have to choose one too.
Okay.
Even if this doesn't apply to you, just have to choose one.
All right.
Lifetime Movie Network or OWN?
Ooh.
And don't just say what you think you're supposed to say.
I know, right? I don't really do either.
You gotta choose one, Mikeya.
Okay.
You don't have any. None of your channels are working. Everything is fuzzy. You don't have any books. You don't have any records you can play.
I mean, am I Tyler Perry or am I doing the Hallmark? I don't know. I can't really answer that.
Okay, I'll let you slide with that one. I'll let you slide. Okay. New hip hop or old school hip hop?
Old school hip hop.
Yes, girl. Tell it. Who's your favorite? I know, it's too many.
I'm going to go way back.
I'm just so happy to have somebody on this show that's my age. So I just
Eric B. Rakim.
Okay.
We've got LL Cool J. We've got Run DMC. We've got, we got a whole, Tribe Called Quest. I mean,
that's my whole thing. LL. Okay.
Right?
Okay, one more. It's Friday night, and I like to use the name Diana Ross because I don't want to put people on a spot or whatever. So I just use her as she's the nuisance, okay?
Okay.
In all my scenarios. It's Friday night, and Diana Ross has been bugging you for the last 3 months to get together and go on a double date. But her partner gets on your nerves. They take too long to order dinner. They talk too much, and when he talks, it's always about himself. And if he doesn't like his food, they will send it back 2 to 3 times until it's right. What do you say? What do you say about meeting her for dinner with her partner?
I feel like I'd love to meet you for dinner. Why don't we go to an event where we would go to a ball game? I hate ball games, so I don't hate them, and that's not.
But then you don't
fair.
have to talk. really.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a lot of shouting and being like,
And then,
ooh.
yes, I would put my husband next to the husband.
Yeah, but your husband doesn't like her husband.
Oh, well, then I would sit. I would sit in between. And anytime he would start talking about himself, I'd be like, oh my God, that's so great. Let me tell you about my experience doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I would just like filibuster like Cory Booker did. That's what I do. And then, especially if it's a game, because you literally have to go out to go get food.
Right.
If you want to take it back, go ahead. You keep doing that 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And if he did that, then he'd be gone all the time. Because you know how long you have to stand in those lines?
You got to stand in those lines, especially at the Twins games.
Exactly. And then I'd be like, hey, we have some alternative seats over there. So when he comes back, like, we'll just be gone.
Oh.
Okay, that's probably too devious.
Well, it's good advice. It's good advice. I'll consider that. A lot of these scenarios be my own scenarios. So I'm being honest. Okay, first question. What is Rondo Community Land Trust?
Rondo Community Land Trust is a nonprofit 501c3, and we really, really work hard to provide affordable home ownership, rental, and commercial space opportunities for not just the Rondo community, but we also serve the city of St. Paul, Ramsey County, and Dakota County.
Okay, that's good to know. That really is good to know. Tell us how the Community Land Trust program works.
I will. The Community Land Trust has been around for well over 60 years. It started really in down south in North Carolina.
Okay.
And I like to just set context sometimes so people can kind of understand. The Rondo Community Land Trust actually started through when people were getting further displaced from the I-94 and urban renewal and other policy construction things that were happening in the community. Mm-hmm. And community members were trying to find a way to, how do we preserve affordable housing in the community? And they got together, did some research, and landed on the Community Land Trust model.
Okay.
And so what it does really is, in a sense, we take land out of speculative use and put it into the hands of the community through several ways. One is the homeownership way, and we actually take one-time subsidy and try to make that affordable for generations. What we want to do is stabilize communities for generations. And how it works, and what I like to call the classic community land trust, because we do both residential and commercial, which is unique across the actually United States around the way that we do the work and the ways that we do, is, we help folks bridge the gap between what they can either afford for a mortgage, whether that's new construction or whether it's a strategic acquisition and rehab, or whether it's something that they buy out in the open market. So we bridge the gap. So in the open market situation, we have something called our Home Buyer Initiated program, where we pair folks with up to $150,000 of a grant that they can pair with their mortgage to buy anywhere in the Ramsey County, Dakota County.
Okay.
And so we, in a sense, go into that transaction together. We also want to make sure that the homeowner has the ability to, I don't know, like me, brought my first house, and literally the next day my water heater went out. That was so expensive.
Yeah.
So we also pair that with an additional $60,000 to $70,000 of kind of maintenance repairs. So we go in and look at ensuring that the mechanical systems are sound, deal with, some of those environmental impact things like, radon and lead and asbestos. We want to get all that stuff, so folks are healthy and happy and have the ability to kind of not have to worry about their plumbing and some of those things going out for the first 10 years of their home. If you sell and you agree as part of this that you'll also pay it forward for communities, and so that if you sell it, that you agree that you will pass it on to another low to moderate income homeowner, and that you get all of your investment back, but then we'd work through what is that equity. If there's equity, we ask that you share that with the next family if you move. And so you get 25% of any of the equity that is perceived. So if there's $100,000 of equity, you take $25,000, all of your investment that you put in, your mortgage, all of that. If you've done any capital repairs to the house, put some new bathrooms in, done that, you also get 100% of what that contributes to the equity. So it's 25% plus 100% any of the capital repairs.
Okay.
And then you can go on to either another community land trust home or, go out to the get your 25% equity. What we really try to encourage people to do is hold your community down for 3 generations.
Yeah.
It acts just like real estate. The homeowner owns the improvement that's on top, the home on top, and the community through the community land trust. The land is land trusted, so we don't sell the land.
Okay. And that's why it works best to pay it forward. Yeah.
If you move. Mm-hmm. But, my family's been in the Rondo community for 3 generations, and my aunt has my grandmother's home.
Yeah.
And so, can we do more of that? Where we are less demodification of property of homes, but you still get equity. It still acts as real estate. I mean,
and you can pass it down to generations.
Pass it down to generations, and so we are really, really working towards that. The other thing that we were able to do these last couple of years through legislation is to get reduced property taxes.
Oh,
so that
girl.
So we support low to moderate income homeowners, and really it's we want folks to move along their own economic continuum, stabilize themselves. We only income qualify one time. We believe in dignified housing, dignified labor. And so we really just want to do everything that we can to encourage folks to hey, get your community land trust home. If you want to be a real estate baron, good. Stay in your home and use some of that equity and go out and buy a different piece of property and do that.
This is why we have this show, because we need everybody to know about this. I'm low-key getting jealous right now, because I'm wishing that but I am going to pass this information on, because the tax thing,
you can deposit your property into the community land trust, and maybe sometime your generations might want to bring that into a way to give back to the community later.
This
still
is good.
Still get equity.
This is really good information.
Still take advantage of our we do post-purchase stewardship, programming. We really want to help people understand, because some of the myths out there around community land trust is that there's no equity, you don't get anything, it's sharecropping. Right. And I was like, let me be clear about how this started. This started through the fact that how dare Black people want to have the right to vote.
Right.
And
couldn't qualify for loans.
All the things. But it is for everybody. So we serve everyone at 80% area median income or below.
Okay. In the Rondo community or in Ramsey County.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
What are some of the reasons people get nervous about buying a home?
In general?
In general, yeah.
The expense. We have clients that only qualify for a $75,000 mortgage.
Yeah.
But we are able to help them figure it out.
Yeah.
We have someone on our wait list who's a single mother. She makes $44,000 a year. And she's currently living with her family and friends because she wants to buy a house. She's been qualified for a mortgage.
Yeah.
And yet there's nothing in the market that would be able to help her except for the work that we do.
I'm just going to throw this in there really quick. I think God is really, really good, because I know someone who's going through the same thing right now, and they need to buy a house right now, and they're only qualified for a certain amount, and this is something that they could take advantage of. So this is doing me a whole lot of good today. It really is. I'm just realizing that God's like, boop, boop, caller. Go ahead. No.
What are some of the
reasons people get nervous about buying a home?
Maintenance, responsibility. If all of you ever, you've been a renter, you can call your landlord if something breaks, but your rent goes up every year. You don't know when that landlord's going to sell to another investor who's going to raise your rents. It is a catch-22. It can be expensive, but we try to combat a lot of those by, one, if we purchase a property that needs a significant amount of rehab, so we'll do that without a homeowner assigned to it, and we'll find strategic acquisitions, that's what we call it, and we'll go in, we'll do all the deep rehab that needs to be done and levy subsidies and things like that to be able to put it back out on the market for affordability to one of our clients, someone who would fit the profile, of our clients in terms of mortgage and other down payment assistance programs that we can use. We also build new construction, so we're in the process of getting some new construction homes, hopefully on the market here soon.
Okay.
We have partners. We partner with other developers, so we're working on a about 20 unit townhouse development on the east side of St. Paul with a developer. So those hopefully will break ground sometime later this year. We've got 2 other developments that we're doing in the Rondo community that one will break ground this year, one hopefully next year.
I want to back up too. One of the things that you said that sparked my interest was when you talked about that pot of money that you will help the homeowner have for maintenance and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I
so
was
sorry.
like, that's amazing, because a lot of times people get into more. We all remember buying our first home and then something happens and it's like, dang, this is why I didn't want to buy a home.
Right.
So that's really good.
I literally got on a tangent. I'm sorry. I got
go ahead.
away from that, but let me go back. I'm sorry. You might have to cut some of this. Myth, sorry. Okay, maintenance. And so one of the things that, again, we're trying to give them a home that's either improved to the first 10 years, we're really looking at those major mechanical systems, whether it's something we build, we rehab, or part of our owner-occupied rehab as when they first buy that home and get into relationship with Rondo CLT. So that's one thing. I think people are afraid to, my credit's not good enough, or I don't want anybody to know my business, or, those kinds of things. And it's just we have some really amazing lenders and realtors that we work with that understand and care and do their best to guide you through the process.
It's like going to the doctor, right? It's the doctor.
It is.
The doctor is the doctor. So feel comfortable, because that's what they're there for. So it's like having people that specialize in this, that have seen it all, and they're there specifically for these situations.
Exactly.
Tell us about the qualifications for the program and what are the eligible requirements?
We just, you have to be pre-approved for a mortgage in some of our programs. And so, but we work with our mortgage folks who are, and we have other partners that come to the table to support our clients.
I'm just going to throw a monkey wrench in there too, because so if you need to be pre-approved, how long does it typically take from the start to finish? Because you know how those loans are. They're it's like a 60-day window to start looking or whatever. But you want to go, let's say you want to go through Rondo CLT. So I got pre-approved yesterday and I come to you guys today. How long would it take before I can start actually looking
the requirements that ultimately, one, you'd have to go through a orientation, because we want to let you know about what the community land trust is, what our requirements are, all of those things. We want to educate people to make the best choices for their life and situations. And so we do require orientation. We do require homeowner classes, home buyer education classes. Excuse me, oh my gosh,
and
my
you
team's
guys,
going to kill me.
You guys do those classes?
We partner.
Okay,
we partner with folks, and you have to income qualify. And so right now our dollars are really around 80% area median income and below. So if that's on a sliding scale, if you are a single person, I believe it's $68,000. You can't make more than $68,000 as a single person, but then it goes up more for how many family members that you have. So you have to income qualify for the Rondo Community Land Trust program, because we have guidelines. And then, one of the things we are expert in is, all the red tape that we have to do and jump through hoops in order to get the dollars released for us to, run our programs. We do everything that we can to make that seem so seamless and easy for the clients as well.
It does sound easy. And not to age myself, but I bought 3 homes in my lifetime. And what you just said sounds so much more simpler than the things that I remember in my first home buying experience, I remember taking that home buyers class, and I think that a lot of people don't understand that is important, and that is awesome that you're able to go through CLT and you guys partner to allow people to take that program, because in most cases you have to pay for those programs.
Yeah.
And some banks require you to take that class, and then you can get a lower interest rate if you take that class. There are perks to taking that class, but I think that the number one thing for taking that class is making sure you know what you're getting into and understanding everything, and it breaks everything down, and it makes it so that the process isn't so scary.
That's the other thing. Is it
Right.
scary? And when you've gotten a mortgage loan, the things that they need.
Man, all the time, every 2 weeks, they want a refresher.
I know, right?
Oh,
And it's
you
like,
returned something to Target and it showed up on your bank account? What was it?
you're like, excuse me?
True story. It was like a $12 cap.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, they want to know everything.
And that's the lender, and it doesn't matter
Girl.
what lender it is. And so we also try to ensure that we're with our clients, even if they're called, they're scared, or like we just encourage, keep going, it's going to be okay. Yes, this is normal. So we try to bust a lot of those myths and saying, this is what you need to do. And by the way, don't go out and buy anything. Don't do anything. Just close on this loan.
Yep. Just sit still.
Sit still
Yep.
for just a moment. And education is so important to ensure what you're getting in on both. So we do all that. And before we close with anyone that has a community land, that's buying a community land trust home, we also require and we pay for them to go take that ground lease and hire an attorney
Oh,
to read through the ground lease so that they understand
yeah.
even further. I mean, we go through all the education. We're telling them all the things about the requirements and all of that. But we also want, again, education and choice. And so it's just, I feel that we really do a really great job of educating folks, of making sure they have legal advice around, and it's letting them know exactly what our ground lease is, what the requirements are, all of that. And so that's also a requirement before we close on a property that's happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is transparency, that thing that you hardly ever get. Tell us why you do this and what drives your passion for this work.
I've been a single mom.
Speak, girl.
And I have had difficulty trying to find stable housing sometimes. I'm talking back in the day when you can get a 2-bedroom for $400. I'm aging myself. I'm passionate about ensuring that there is equity. There's a place for rental, but if we don't move people from a rental status to at least some kind of place where they're actually getting equity and they're not paying someone else's mortgage all the time and being unstable, that I'm driven by the passion of being able to help, to partner with community, because in the ways that we do work and to be able to stabilize not only families but stabilize communities is really important. That is the best wealth building that we can do for a community. And when people's needs are taken care of, they actually have the ability to participate in being with their children. Their mental health improves.
Stability.
They have that stability that's important to them, that they are valued, loved, and cared for. And I always say, people first, results will always come.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about that. And I always love telling people, it's like one of the myths around you don't have any equity. We do have equity, and you can actually refinance some of your equity to do things. But if we're able to help you quit one of your jobs or keep that job, that's fine, do your hustle, but invest in yourself, whether that's going back to school, any of those things. Invest in your children, invest in, your life, and invest in the market. Like take $100 to, $500, I'm sorry, not $500, $50 to $100 a month and invest more in your 401k with your job. Go in and get a mutual fund. In 20 years, if you take the long game, you're going to be worth more than your house will ever be.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I like your answer.
Thank you.
What are your goals for the Rondo community? I think that was a good segue for getting into that.
Awesome. My goals for the Rondo community. We want to bring back and contribute to the vibrancy that can be. We are doing things like reopening Golden Time Cafe in 2 locations. So one will be a restaurant and bar, and one will be the cafe. We're providing 30 jobs for the community. We are.
Golden Time is getting a remix.
It's getting a reboot. My goal is that we have an even more thriving community that prizes all cultures that are there, but mainly foundational Rondo families. With our right to return, we want to bring Rondo families back to the community. We want to hold the community down. We want to provide a place that is, I always like to say, accessible excellence. I think I got that from my grandma, my auntie. A place where people are thriving and that there's opportunity. And again, that we're prizing all cultures again. We're opening Golden Time in 2 locations. We are holding down a cultural corridor between Dale and Lexington on Selby Avenue as the Rondo African American Arts and Cultural Corridor. We are going to have a big arts explosion this year, some murals and some other things happening. And what we really want to be able to be a place where people come and play, stay, learn, and thrive.
Amen.
Yeah.
The City of St. Paul is working to rehabilitate, intervene, and provide safer neighborhoods. If you or anyone you know are thinking about home ownership or small business and commercial space and like to learn more about the Rondo Community Land Trust, you can find them at rondoclt.org. If you'd like to be more involved in community government, assisting in advisory and recommendations on policies and proposed alternative public safety projects, the Neighborhood Safety Community Council is now accepting applications through August. Please visit us at stpaul.gov/ONS.